who joined first this evening. Let's see. Who's going to jump in? Who is going to jump in and swim in the chat? What's up? Jacob's made it. Blarge has made it. Can you guys hear me? Please let me know. Jacob, come here. That's what's up. That's what's up, guys. I could cry with relief. What's up, Layla? I'm glad you can hear me. What's up? What's up? Huntsman says, bro, the notification came late. No worries, Huntsman. You're here. That's the main thing. And what's up? Eva the Diva's up in the chat. How are you guys doing? Great to have you here with me. So we restarted the stream because there was no sound. And my microphone was on, but you guys said there was no sound. So here we are. We've made it. It's 8 people on the stream already. Hell yeah. What's up, guys? Good to see you all with me. Guys, hit the like button if you've not already. Let's keep pumping. Get the stream pumping. What's up, everybody? Jay Chia is back in the chat. What's up, Jay Chia? Nice to see you after yesterday. And Blarge, thank you so much for welcoming Jay Chia to the chat. That's awesome, awesome vibes already, guys. Let's go. Hell yeah. Thank you for throwing the love hearts. I think that's Huntsman, who says, and I was playing games and I actually forgot, but haven't broke my streak at least. Hell yeah, Huntsman. You are a legend. Genuinely legendary vibes. Eva the Diva says, where's it gone? Oh, it's late. I'm hoping Amelia is on today. I miss her, and we haven't talked to my vids on my other account. Oh, well, fingers crossed Layla turns up. But in any case, we're going to have a good stream. Listen, I might have to go soon because I have to have dinner. Well, Layla, make sure you eat. 100%. Don't be skipping meals. And Blanche says, I actually have a shorter day tomorrow. Nice, Blanche. Any plans for your time off or just chilling? This week in the UK, it's a 4-day week. We've actually got 2 bank holidays coming up, a bank holiday on the Friday and a bank holiday on the Monday. And I personally am super excited for that. Almost as excited as I am to be here on stream with you guys. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. It's so nice to have everybody straight in the chat with me. And guys, if you're out there, do me a huge favour. Hit the like button. I want YouTube to show this as many people as possible. Double whoever, just hit the like button. This is going to be a good stream, guys. I've got a great feeling about it. I hope you're all doing well. Keeping it real with you 100%. I've not been feeling the energy today. Another day where I've not really been in good spirits. But I'm close to the stream. Real talk. I was actually starting to feel, I'm not saying I was feeling better, but I was actually genuinely looking forward to hopping on with you guys because every time I stream, I try to spread a little bit of positive energy. Shush, advert. Try and spread the positive energy with you guys. It really helps me out on a psychological, mental level. Like I've told you before, I've been struggling a little bit myself. But hopping on stream with you always helps take me out of that headspace. And I'm hoping, I know, guys, we're going to have a great stream. This has been awesome. Big up to everybody who's just joined the room. If you're here for the first time, my name's Edward, and this chat is all about good vibes, hanging out, positive energy. We're taking some song requests. So right now, I don't know what's on in the background. It's more Prodigy. Song requests, we're hanging out. We've got some regulars, OGs in the chat. In fact, tell you what, let's just do, we're only fits in, but it's already time for a few shout outs. What do you reckon, guys? W Huntsman, made moderator who does an awesome job. W Blarge Harger watching all the way from Indonesia. Super late web Blarge, but always brings the energy. WJ Chia, what's up to you? Evie is in the chat. Layla's here as well. Who else have we got? Who else is up in the place? Withered Boy X says hi. What's up to you, Withered Boy? Nice to see you after yesterday's stream. And what else have we got? By the way, guys, if you're here for the first time, the chat is a very friendly one, so jump in, say hello, introduce yourself if you want, or if not, just throw up some emojis at the side. In any case, get involved, and I feel like this is going to be a good stream. Layla says, guess what? What, Layla? What have you got? Layla says, Eva the Diva says, let's put some tunes on, bring up the mood, Ed. Hell yeah, we've got some Prodigy on in the background, and as always, we'll be taking some song requests. Says, yeah, I might be able to help with mood enhancing. I usually do a good job at it. Huntsman, if you've got suggestions, you know what to do. And Eva's got a new job. She says, I'm going on a new dog. Eva says, tomorrow I'm going on a dog walk with my new dog. Very nice. Your dog called Eva. And also, what type of dog is it? Blarge Harger says, everyone, if you're new here, feel free to drop in a comment or ask away. This is a safe and chill stream to just vibe. Drop a like in if you want. Blarge, thank you so much. Like I told you before, you've not missed every single time you've jumped in and posted something in the chat, either answering a question on my behalf or just updating the chat. It's always been absolutely on point. So W Blarge, thank you for that, 100%. Oh, and Jay Chief says, sending you all strength, healing, and hugs. Guys, this is honestly what I'm talking about. I am blessed because every time I stream, because I try and keep it positive and the mods try and keep it positive and friendly and nice, every time I come on, and especially when I'm feeling a little bit low, you guys are always really supportive to me and always take the time to show me a bit of good energy. So I want to show that back to you guys. We're going to have a good stream. As always, questions, comments, you know what to do. Put them in the chat. We're hanging out. We're vibing. My name is Edward, and I'm here in the north of England. We've got people watching from literally all over the world. So if you want to say hey, just drop a little hello in the chat. Tell me where you're from. Introduce yourself. We've got a lot of OGs in the chat, and we've got some new people here as well. So big up to you all. And Blage, speaking it once again, Blage does not miss. He says Edward prefers just going by Edward, but that's all right. Boom! Blage, you real one. But in any case, with the boy X, hello to you. And thank you, Blage, for application. Eva says, low-key miss Dan. Haven't seen him in ages. You and Dan were my G's. You know what? I'm hoping Dan, aka Dan Edits Pro, makes a revival and a reappearance in the chat because, yeah, Dan for sure was an OG. Big up Dan. W Dan, he's not here. He's here in spirit with us. I'm holding my phone in one hand, and if I wasn't, I'd be making the prayer sign with hands. So, W Dan. And this is what I'm talking about. Karma 1791 says, good night from Algeria. Well, if you're still watching 1791, bon nuit, sleep well to you. It was nice to have you on the chat briefly and to introduce yourself. I love it when people say hello. Huntsman says, you ever listen to Grace OSTs? They are really good for my Roblox game. I have not, Huntsman. Thank you for the recommendation and the tip. Gia says, the sound is a bit dodgy. Yeah, like guys, I am being murked by the poor sound, the poor internet. Please, I am trying. I'm really, really trying out here. Like I'm trying to do my thing. Like I'm coming home from work, I'm jumping on stream, and I'm trying to vibe with you guys. But every single time, people are like, "You're lagging, the internet, you're lagging," and I'm absolutely gutted to be honest because I got fibre optic broadband put in like 5 months ago. Had to come from work. It was a whole thing, and it was just long, honestly. And so now to be streaming, and people are like, "Yeah, your internet's trash." It's really annoying. But we're going to fix that, guys. Are we not? We're going to fix it. We're going to make it better. And also as well, I'm working on a desktop setup. So hopefully we can do some more landscape streams. Bit of a better production quality for you guys. Let's see what happens. But back to the comments. With the boy, I had a decent day. I visited my sister in mental health hospital and went on some dog walks mostly outside today. Well, you know, with the boy, I reckon your sister probably really appreciated you visiting. And that would have meant a lot to her and would help her as well. You know, whatever she's going through, your visit has helped her, I think. So hope you had a nice time and hope it went well. Jake's giving an update. He says England 0-1 Japan. That's not a score I want to see. Love W Japan. Love to Japan, W Japan, but England 0-1 Japan is not the score I want to see in the chat. Judith Blackwood's black chat and says, hi, what's up to you, Judith? Nice to see you again. How are you doing? Layla says, I've got to go for dinner. I'll be back right later, y'all. We'll see you when you're back, Layla. Enjoy your dinner. Yes, and Blage being real and that being super welcoming in the chat, which is what we love to see. Thank you, Blage. What else have we got? Eva's saying about her dog, he's called Titus. I like the name, genuinely. Not just saying it because I'm on some being like, oh yeah, I love it. But genuinely, Titus is a cool name for a dog. If you look over a picture, you can see him. He's a border terrier. Very Titus. Titus the terrier. Makes sense. Makes sense. Thank you for tidying up the chat. I'll read the comment out, guys, just so for context. Someone commented Jesus on drugs. Now, guys, even if I do look like Jesus on drugs, that's not a very kind thing to say, and it's especially not a kind thing to say if you've never introduced yourself. So, W mods for tidying that up, and use a PX4. Be more polite next time. Oh, and Kamar, this is what I mean, right? Blage was welcoming Kamar to the chat. Blage was like, yo, welcome to the chat. Big up to have you. Great to have you from Nigeria. And then Kamar back was like, thanks, Blage. Welcome in Nigeria. Like, guys, that is what I'm about. Come on, literally. Someone's nice, they're nice back to you. Before you know it, you've got a vibe going. So, W Kamar, W Blage. Shout out to everybody watching right now. I knew this was going to be a great stream. Huntsman says, also on the game I was playing before stream, there's a security guard role, and every time I stunned the killer, I just shouted on VC, stop right there in the name of the police. It made everyone laugh. Huntsman doing good moderating things. Hunt's vigilant duties. What's up, what's up? Love that. What's up? And we've got Pratty back in the chat, it says, or Pratt, should I say, who says, hey man, Pratty, hope you remember me. Where's he gone? Where's the comment gone? Prat says, hey man, Prat here, hope you remember me. How's your day going? Prat, I do for sure remember you. Like, I'm pretty good. I've got a pretty terrible memory in real life, guys. But for the chat, I kid you not, I feel like I'm really on it. I always remember people coming at me with their like real names and they're like on their username and they're like, Edward, what's my name? And I'm like, what's my real name? And I'm like, I've got this one. I actually do usually. So I do remember you. And my day's going all right, thank you. I was just telling the chat before that like I was legitimately feeling down in the dumps today, like for real, like down in the dumps, not feeling good, not in a good frame of mind, and yeah, just jumping on, and you was going to be jumping on chat, and I was like looking forward to it because every time I come on, I try and be positive, and you guys always show that energy back to me, and I really appreciate it. So my day's not been the best, but for real, like the stream is doing me good. So funnily enough, being on the internet is doing my mental health good right now. So W to everyone that's here, W to everyone that's taking the time to be positive, friendly, respectful in the chat, and just generally have like a good vibe. That's what it's all about. That's the whole purpose of what I want to stream for. This pointless me trying to add to the negative like stuff online and in my head. So screw that, guys. We're here. We're vibing. What's up to you all? Let me catch up with the chat. Kamal says, "Are you an American citizen?" No, I'm not. I'm a British citizen. I'm an Englishman. I'm a British citizen. But you know what? America. I like visiting America. It's a very interesting place. Complicated place, but interesting. And Faith comes out saying he's from England. Thank you, Faith, for the confirmation. You're absolutely right. And can I just say as well, W chat, because like I love seeing people hanging out in the comments and like Huntsman's like, yo, Blige, what's up? And Blige just like, yo, welcome to the chat. What's up, Jacob? And like that's so fun because like I'm vibing with you guys and you guys are vibing in the chat. And between us, we're just like going on a next level vibe. So shout out to everybody and shout out to everyone as well who's taking the time to hit the like button. I really appreciate it and it helps me out. And if you don't mind hitting the like button, that will help YouTube to show the stream to more people. So that would be super cool. All right, let me get back to the comments. Mogger XTM just say, what's up? What's up to you, Mogger? Good to see you back at the chat. Like I always say, it's super fun, like meeting new people. I love it when like the chat comes back. Like when I see like Blige, Jacob, Huntsman, Eva, Jay Chia, Kamal's back in the chat as well, saying hi. What's up, Kamal? Not you. Like Mogger's here as well. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like when people are like, oh, gang, like this, and like Huntsman's on a 3-week streak, so shout out to Huntsman. And we've got Priyanshu is back in the stream as well. This is what I'm talking about. Moonery's here. What's up, everybody? What's up, Priyanshu? Who says, hello, bro. How are you? Priyanshu, I was just telling the chat, I've not had a great day. I've been feeling down in the dumps. To be real with you, I've been feeling depressed, like straight up depressed. But I knew that I was jumping on stream. And when I get actually on stream, because I try and bring the positive energy, the chat shows me that energy back. And before I know it, I'm just like I'm vibing and the time flies. So in answer to your question, Priyanshu, I'm mixed, but right now I'm genuinely, legitimately glad to be here with you guys. So I'm doing okay. And how are you doing, Chu? How's your day been? Moonery says, yo, Edward. What's up, Moonery? Just before you got here, or just before I read your message, I was just saying how nice it is to have familiar, friendly faces coming back, like yourself, like Blige, like Huntsman, like Eva the Diva, like Pratt, like Jay Chia. That's what's up. Love it. And big up to everybody that's dropping all these comments as well, because I love reading them out. I love seeing what you guys are saying. And it makes it fun to be here. Blige being a very welcoming moderator. Meter, greeter, moderator, ordinaire. Pratt says, oh man, you still remember? Oh no, he's talking to Huntsman. My bad. I'll back off. What else have we got here? Witherboy X says, I'm making my own music, but I'm not very good at it. You know what, Witherboy? Do not let that phase you. Do not let not being good at something phase you, because the only way you're going to get better at something is by keeping on going and giving it your best shot and keeping on improving. Like, think of all the musical people that you like, all the great artists. They didn't get to where they are by woke up one day and they were like, okay, boom, I'm great now. No, they had to spend time, years improving. So if you enjoy it, if you're passionate about it, keep doing it. That's the main thing. But you've got to be passionate about it, because otherwise it's just going to feel like an uphill battle. You have to want to do it. But if you like music and you hit, keep doing your thing, man, for real. What else is in this chat? Kamar says, Blige, I'm Muslim Algerian and welcome country. Algeria, you're American? Aima says, you remind me of Ronald Weasley. I've had a lot of Harry Potter comments in the chat, everybody. I've had a lot of people referencing K-pop people. I'm not saying I like a K-pop guy, but a lot of people have said weirdly, like, you look like someone from Stray Kids or this and that. But I'm saying you remind me of Ronald Weasley. I've never been told that I look like Ronald Weasley. But first time for everything, I guess. First time for everything. What else have we got in the chat? Let me catch up, everybody. Let me catch up. I'm falling behind. You guys are popping the chat off, and I'm gonna have to get back to it. But first, let's put a quick tune on, and then we're gonna start thinking some song requests. All right. Moonu says, guys, remember to like the stream. 100%, guys. If you're here and you're hanging out and you're vibing, do me a favor, hit the like button. It's gonna help more people see the stream, and we can pump up the vibe. Jacob says, W everyone who liked. Yeah, for real, guys. If you're watching and you're chilling, if you don't like, if you listen, right, if you're here and you're like, this is the worst stream ever, I'm not going to force you to like. But if you're here and you're hanging out and you're vibing, do me a favour and hit the like button. Jacob, thank you for the sub update. 312, that's cool. Blaj and Kamar vibing about their respective countries. Oh, Eva, thank you so much. Guys, help a guy out. Like, subscribe, it's free and it helps a guy out. For real. Could not have put it better myself. You know what? I need that on a t-shirt. So like and subscribe. It helps a guy out. But yeah, thank you to everybody in the chat who's like welcoming people, like clarifying like what the vibe is, what conversation's about. Like that is all so appreciated. So W to everybody who's here, getting stuck in, or just hanging out. You're very much appreciated. Blaj says, I only speak 3 languages fluently and sloppy German. Well, Blaj, I can speak 1 fluently and maybe like 20% Spanish and about another 10% French. So that's about 1.3 languages and you speak 3. So shout out to you, Blaj. And what are the 3 languages you speak, Blaj, if you don't mind sharing? English, obviously. Indonesian's not a language, right? There's like different regional languages in Indonesia. Blaj, maybe less ignorant, please tell me what languages you speak in the chat. Okay, this is such a random comment. I'm gonna read part of it. Jody Nolan says, thank you in the name of Jesus Christ. May you want a crispy burger and to blood of Christ, apple peanuts and big donkey something, amen. Wow. You get some types, chat. You get some types. Huntsman is dealing with or managing his pain with energy drinks, which is an interesting strategy. Let's see how it plays out. Cards and going Dodge was like, let's see how it goes. Let's see how that pans out for him, Card. All right, let me catch up. Kamal says, my new park is under my building, but I have to wait a week. Oh, when you said park, I thought you meant like outdoor park, like a green space, you know? But I think you mean like your parking space, right? Pratt says, I was streaming a podcast from one of your own paranormal investigators, Southall. I was enjoying it. Oh. Thank you for sharing. Oh, Eva, you absolute angel. Saying Edward is live at 8 to 9 daily. Chill, hang out, spot, and vegan food lives. 100%, like for real life. But the main, with the lives, the core focus, like hanging out, chilling, having some fun with you guys, taking some song requests. And Eva actually asked, doing song requests tonight? Yes, Eva, we are indeed. So song request chat. You know, want to hear them, put them in the chat. What else have we got here? Moonu says, today I was feeling very sick. I've had such a bad headache again and had to cancel my plans to go out. Oh, sorry to hear that, Moonu. Having to cancel your plans because of illness is never fun whatsoever. I'm stating the obvious, but definitely have some water, plenty of water. And you know what? Even though it's not my interest to say it, maybe don't do too much staring at screen. It's really easy to do, but like, I mean, yeah, if I was being selfish, I'd say wait till the end of the stream and then take a break from the stream. But for real, like if you actually if you've been on your phone a lot or whatever, the break from the stream, like have some time off, man. But definitely drink lots of water, rest your eyes, and I hope you feel better soon. What else have we got here? Jacob says, hang on, I'm gonna grab some Weetabix, warm so microwaves for like 3 minutes. Thank you for letting us know, Jacob. Personally, I'm a cold Weetabix kind of guy, but that's just me. But Jacob will be back soon, so we'll see how he gets on with that. Large is sympathising with Moonery, who says, oh, that's sad to hear, Moonery. Hope you all get all better ASAP. Oh, lovely. Nice. And thank you for real. Like, thank you especially, a special shout out to everybody that's in the chat, but a special shout out to the moderators that are here tonight because we've got Huntsman being unusual top form, Blaj being Blaj Harger being super welcome, friendly, greeting people in the chat, just hanging out and vibing. Eva the Diva being really helpful in saying if anyone has any questions, drop them in the chat. So yeah, honestly, shout out especially to all the mods because you get a lot of people asking to be to mods. And so far, I've not really had many bad experiences. Everyone's been super helpful and friendly. So W mods. Let me catch up. We've got Elena Star, X-Light, who says hi. What's up, Elena Star? How are you doing? Nice to see you on the stream. I don't think I recognise your name. And Blage says, I've heard the food in Algeria is awesome. I'll have to see what Kamal says about that. I actually have no concept of what Algerian food is like. None. Zero concept. I suppose maybe there's like North African, East African perhaps influences. Am I the right side? Is it Northeast Africa? I feel like it's Northeast Africa. In any case, it's going to have that North African influence. But I actually have no sense of what Algerian food is like. To be honest with you, I've been to Morocco. I know what the food there is like. But Algeria, anything. Huntsman says, Huntsman is one of the mods and he's had a bad problem with carpal tunnel syndrome in his wrist. And says, also my carpal tunnel is like 0% pain, 100% numbness. After I left it 2 weeks, I don't know if it's gotten worse. Huntsman, as always, keep an eye on that. Go to the doctor if you need to. And monitor that closely. Jay Chi says, if you go out on the grass with bare feet, it'll ground you and make you feel better. Hugging a tree, it helps. Thank you, Jay Chi. That is legit a good idea. And I have done grounding before. I just haven't done it for a long time. And there is grass that I can access. So yeah, I should do that. That's a great suggestion. Thank you, Jay Chi. Kamal says, got to buy. I sadly have to go to my mum's friend's house, but bye. No probs, Kamal. No probs. You're just catching up with them. So I'm probably behind on the chats. But if you're still here, Kamal, it was nice to see you, and we'll see you next time. And have a good time at your mum's friend's house. With the Boy X, there's a delay, so I'm not sending that many messages until they get read. I don't know whether there's a delay or not. There's definitely a delay in me reading the messages because you guys are doing a great job keeping the chat active, which I love to see. So I'm a bit up the chat. So guys, if you're hearing me right now, it's 8:26. When you just heard me speak, it's 8:26 where I am. So who knows? Maybe you'll hear this at like 25 to 9 or something. But yeah, I'm trying to get through the comments as much as possible. Aaliyah Jefferson's mummy mate says, can you buy my 8 kids McDonald's? I think I've seen Aaliyah Jefferson before here asking the same question. Unfortunately, Aaliyah, I can't do that. But nice to see you in the chat. Eva says, Clay, it's okay. I'm okay. I'm sorry it's got a swear word. You know what, Eva? The occasional swear word is right. We don't want tons of swearing, but a little bit of swearing is not the end of the world. So it's okay. I'm okay. Who is it by, Eva? Let me know. Pratt says, how's the climate there? Still raining? You know what, Pratt? Today, where I am in the north of England, rained at all. It's been a pretty nice day. It was sunny before. It's actually been quite mild. Like the temperature's been up and down recently. It goes from like cool to not hot, but like warm. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's not pretty up and down. Rice Cake says, you're so cute. Please don't go the hat. Well, unfortunately, Rice Cake, my hair is receding, but you know what? That's just how it goes. And if and when I go bald, chat, I'm gonna use that as an opportunity to really like go all out on the groom, on like the facial hair, like the clothes, like getting buff at the gym. Like for context, everyone that's just joined the room, I was just reading a comment out from Rice Cake who said, "You're so cute, please go bald at hat." And I was just saying, well, you know what, my hair is low key receding, but if and when I go bald, I'm going to use that as an opportunity to just like try and go hard and like not overcompensate, but like lock in with the clothes, lock in with the gym, lock in with the facial hair, all of that sort of stuff. So anyway, let me get. Oh, Charlie exits. Right, let me get back to the comments chat. Moonry says, guys, I've got to go. I'll try and make it next live. Good night, Edward. Bye, Animal Lover. Bye, Blash Harger. Bye, Huntsman. Hope your hand gets better. Thank you, Moonry. I don't know if you're still watching, but thanks so much for bringing the positive energy, the good vibes, always. And yeah, W, everyone you mentioned as well. Brat says I speak 4 languages, excluding English. So that's 5 languages, including English. That's crazy. Pratt, if you're still reading this, do let us know which languages you speak. I'm curious to know. And I asked Blage as well. I don't know if Blage heard me or maybe Blage has commented down below, but I'm curious which language Blage speaks as well. If anyone's just joined, Blage is one of our moderators. He's watching from Indonesia and he speaks, actually I don't know, I don't think he can form. I don't know what languages he speaks, but he definitely speaks English. I know that much. So we'll see. Pratt speaks 4, excluding English, so that's a heck of a lot of languages. Let me catch up. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Blaj. I asked you this like 3 times and I've just seen you comment. Blaj says, I speak fluent Bahasa, which is the main language for most of Java, and obviously English and also Mandarin, since for most IB schools, I think that's International Baccalaureate schools, having a third language like Spanish or others is common. Well, for real, not know Bahasa was the main the language for most of Java, so this is another thing about streaming. Like, you just jump on, you connect with people from all over the world, and I'm literally learning stuff, so shout out to Blaj. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, Eva's saying, hey, welcome, which I believe, well, she says it's hey, welcome in Swedish. Nice, Eva, very good. You speak more with me. And Jacob says, back. What's up, Jacob? Again, for anyone that's just joined the room, Jacob is one of our awesome mods, and he went to get some Weetabix. And now he's back with his warm Weetabix. I was saying personally, I'm a cold Weetabix kind of guy, but Jacob, he's a rogue operator. He's on the warm Weetabix, so we'll see how that went for him. Huntsman says, I push out, by the way. It makes me feel happy because it just makes me feel a lot more useful than I am, lol. But I'm just here for the vibe and chill and remove meanies. Huntsman, you should never feel useless because you've already been extremely helpful to me, like for real. Not just saying this to make you feel better, you've been extremely helpful to me as a moderator and as a support of my small little channel. So don't ever feel useless, Huntsman, because you bring a lot of value to a lot of people. And imagine what you're doing for me, right, in just a short space of time. I've no doubt there's people in your you are also helping out and being cool with. So, W Huntsman, and long may the shout outs continue. And Huntsman is welcoming Jacob back, which is what I love to see people in the comments getting busy, hanging out, asking questions, telling me where they're from, who they are, where they are, what they're doing. So, with that being said, let's get back to the chat. And Huntsman, probably referring to a few weeks ago when I was saying that I've been feeling a bit down in the dumps, said, I recommend stargazing. I know I said this before, but it helps for stress. But if you feel paranoid and you accidentally walk into a tree, it might jump scare you. Happens to me too much. Well, Huntsman, you know what? Honestly, stargazing, just like grounding. Someone suggested grounding a minute ago for kind of like mental well-being. Stargazing, like, I'm not dismissive of it whatsoever. But like I said to you before, Huntsman, there's a place I know where it's like it's in the countryside and it's dark. And when it's dark, the stars are out, and it's just really nice to be like away from everything and everyone. And when it's a clear night and you're getting those stars above, it's pretty special. And I could see that would help with your mental state. Minnie Bailey is here and says, hi, what's up, Minnie Bailey? Good to have you back in the chat with us this evening. What else have we got? Withered Boy X says, my messages reach you after 5 something, so if you see this at around 8:35, interesting experiment, Withered Boy X. So I just read that out at 8:32. So that means it's taking me 2 minutes to get to your message. So I'm slow, but not as slow as 5 minutes. Minnie Bailey says, like, thank you so much, Minnie. I really appreciate that. And if anyone is watching, I for real really appreciate you liking the vid. The reason why I say that is not because I'm a greedy, vain person. It's just because if you like the video, stream, it will help YouTube to show it to more people. So we get more people here, hanging out, vibing, chilling, and basically just like getting to know one another. And that's what it's all about. Jacob says, to test the delay in chat reading, I typed this at 8:28. Well, Jacob, that's 5 minutes. So it's taking me 5 minutes to get to your message. That's crazy. That's a slow, like not as slow as ordering like food from a like delivery place, but if you rang someone and they were like, "Hang on a minute, hold on a sec," and they kept you waiting for 5 minutes, you'd be like, "Come on, bro, what the hell?" What else have we got in here? And Jazz is here. What's up, Jazz? Watching all the way from Canada. What's up to you, Jazz? Every time you join, I say the same thing, which was like early in the stream. I was just saying to the chat how it's so lovely to have people watch from all over the place. And I know you were watching, Jazz, from many, many miles away. So as always, lovely to have you here with us. Pratt says, popcorn has 3 active ingredients. Popcorn madness. That I've never heard that about popcorn before, Pratt. Oh, lovely to see everybody back in the chat. And Blaj says, great to have you back in the chat tonight. In response to Minnie saying, hi, Blaj Harjit. That's what I'm talking about. It's so nice to see you guys recognizing one another, because when I started streaming like 6 weeks ago, there was just little old me, and maybe like 1 or 2 people. I don't know if there's anybody who's like one of the regulars now who was here at the very, very, very beginning, which was only like 6 weeks ago, but I'm just thinking, I don't know if anybody was here for like the absolute start of it. My point being was that like there was no like people hanging out and chilling, and now we've got like Blaj chatting with Minnie, we've got Huntsman chatting with Jacob, we've got Pratt's in here like dropping facts, like Jazz's Wave Canada, like, we've got the whole crew out, and it's really nice to see. So WU chat, as in like W to you. If you're here right now, I really appreciate you being here. and we're hanging out, we're vibing. If you've just joined the stream, maybe you've been here before, but as always, my name's Edward. We're just chilling tonight. It's good vibes only, like legitimately good vibes only. We've got some great mod chat, people being super friendly. If you're watching right now and you've never said hello in the chat, jump in the chat and see what happens. And that's not a threat, that's like a friendly promise. Like if you jump in the chat and say, someone will welcome you in the chat. That's how awesome the community we've got, genuinely, like, that we've got built here. So shout out to everybody that's here. Muchly appreciated. But with that being said, enough nattering. Let me get back to the chattering. So, how are you fixed? Who's back for a second night in a row? Says Edward Low-Key Cares. That's how I trying to do my thing, trying to spread a little bit of good energy with you guys. One day at a time. But nice to see you back. How are you fixed? With the boy X says chilling. 100%, that's the vibe. Priyanshi says, why does your chat lag so much, man? Well, Priyanshi, this is a question I've been asking the universe. The universe has not yet given me an answer. But the truth is, Priyanshi, it's my damn internet connection. I put in fiber optic broadband like 4 or 5 months ago. Paid for it to happen, right? And it's just been rubbish. Like, it's just not very good. And every single stream I do, it's so frustrating because we get like an awesome vibe going strong. There's like 20 people in the room, and suddenly it'll go to like 2. Always like, have I got really, really boring really quickly? And then people will comment like, your internet, you're lagging, I can't hear you, it's the sound. If you're watching right now, this is the second stream of the evening. I did it like 2 minutes past 8, and like people jumped in the stream. It was awesome. There's like 5 people in the stream with it like in a minute. But they were all like, I can't hear you, we can't hear you. So I had to end the stream. So if you're watching right now, watching technically the second stream of the evening. So Priyanshu, in answer to your question, why does your chat lag so much? It's because my internet is rubbish. But fix it. We're going to fix that thing. If I have to write a strongly worded letter, that's what I will do, Priyanshu, because we're going to get the internet going better. What else is up in here? Okay, so Prat is talking languages he speaks. And, oh, excuse me, she speaks. Is that Pratty? I'm so sorry. I actually don't know, Prat, whether you're a lady or a man. But in any case, it doesn't matter. I'll just call you Prat. So Prat says, Bengali speaker, advanced Hindi speaker, Spanish intermediate, muy bien, French basic, and English, bracket Scouse. Well, you know what, Prat, if you could speak any element of Scouse, we're going to give you intermediate English for sure. For sure. Thank you, Huntsman, for clarifying the chat rules. I want to say chat rules, guys. It's not like if you don't do this, you're in big trouble. It's more just like we want to keep the vibe nice. We keep the vibe strong. And like Huntsman says, we don't want to do too much swearing. Keep the politics to a minimum. No harassment for sure. And Hunter says, and most importantly, don't harass Edward. Doing any of these things will result in a timeout or warning. Hope you all understand. Smiley face. Exactly. I couldn't have put it better myself. Duntsman, double everybody, keeping the vibe, chilling here. And to be honest with you guys, that is literally 90% of people that jump on the stream. And when we occasionally get someone who's not super nice and tries to be like a meanie, Huntsman will tidy that up, Blige will tidy that up, and we'll be like, look, come on, this is a chill space, chill stream. We don't want any bullying, no meanness. But with that being said, let me catch up on these comments. Jay says, having lots of plants in your house is also good for your health. Definitely, for real, Jay, because I personally feel whenever I'm in nature, it always helps me. So whether that's being outside or even just inside, I mean, you're not in nature when you've got plants indoors, but it helps, right? It's no bad thing to have plants with you, so what can I say? You're right, you're spot on. Jacob says, I'm at 58 subs now. W. Jacob, who goes by the name Walsall FC. So if you've seen Jacob in the chat right now under the name Walsall FC, you know what to do, guys. Hit subscribe to Jacob because he's a super nice small content creator, and it's good to support other small content creators. What else have we got in here? Huntsman, thank you for the comment about liking the stream. Honestly, guys, like the vibe, every time in recent times has been absolutely immaculate. But I would love to see more people liking the stream. So if you're here, if you're chilling out with me, thank you. Just hit the button. That's much appreciated. So maybe you've forgotten, maybe you're like, I don't know if I want to like the stream. What have you got? Well, all I can say to you is we're hanging out, we're chilling. If you like hanging out and chilling, you know what to do. Hit the like button. And Hunter says, maybe sub to the mods like Jacob, Blige, Moodery, and me, maybe. Absolutely, guys. Like, this is what it's all about. It's just about chilling, making connections. Subscribing to one of them costs nothing to subscribe to people like Huntsman, who's in the chat, Jacob is in the chat. So yeah, W all the small content creators, and literally, right, every single content creator you can think of, from Mr. Beast down to the person with 2 subscribers, they all start at the same place with absolutely 0 subscribers, 0 supporters. nobody watching, nobody backing them. And my hope is that like spaces like this where we can all just hang out, chat, get to want to know one another. Like I know for a fact that like there's people in here who've already made like friendships and like love chatting on stream and stuff, and that's what it's all about. And if we can all grow together, build together, then I'm all for that. Jacob says I was at the 4th stream. Hell yeah! So we were talking before about people that have been here since like super early. When I say we were talking about it, I mean I was talking about it like 10 minutes ago, and I'm so behind on comments. So thank you, chat, for keeping the chat active, and I will get through the comments ASAP. But yeah, Jacob was saying he was here at the 4th stream, which is amazing. And you know what, Jacob, that is true. You are one of the oldest, longest subs I can think of, mods I can think of, like just viewers I can think of. So special shout out to Jacob. Thank you so much. Minnie says, by the way, when I was on my holiday, I saw a puppy. It was a golden retriever. Nice. They're super cute dogs. And a puppy version of a golden retriever is just like cute times 2. So W golden retriever. Huntsman says, I was 3 weeks and 2 days ago. I don't know how many streams that is like. Or I don't think I've done that many streams, Huntsman. But what I will say is that you are, without doubt, an absolute veteran of the chat. Like I could not do these streams without you. Like I don't want to put pressure on you because, as I say, like there's never any pressure to jump on stream. But you do help me a lot, Huntsman, and I really appreciate that, man. So shout out to you. What else have we got in this chat? Okay. Yeah, Money Man 180 says you look AI, but not in a bad way. You look like the word liberal. So it's kind of like not a bad comment to start with, and then it went a bit personal. Like you look like the word liberal. I think you're saying like I look like a stereotype. But you know what? I can handle the comments in the chat, and I know the mods will tidy things up if it gets too mean. So yeah, Money Man, if you're still watching, I would love for you to jump back in the chat with like a friendly comment, a positive comment, an introductory comment, like a hi, I'm your Money Man. Anything like that, that'd be super cool. Jacob's your Money Man then says, I don't know how, but I understand your Money Man. Maybe I'm getting ratioed by the chat. Huntsman has got the rules copy pasted, by the way. Huntsman, when I make this Discord, I genuinely would love to get you involved. What else is in here? I need to catch up. What's up, Hussein? Man like Hussein is back in the building. Another OG. Good to see you, Hussein. How are you doing? Probably left a message like 10 minutes ago because I'm slow on the messages. But W Hussein, great to have you here. Hussein was another super early supporter of me. So thank you to Hussein for the support. A big up to everybody as well who throws emojis at the sides. I love it when people get involved and throw up emojis at the sides. They like the stream. That's super helpful. So everybody get involved. W. Pratt says, if animals could talk, which one would be the most annoying? That's a good question, you know. Maybe like seagulls or something like that. Maybe seagulls would be the most annoying animal to talk. They'd be like, oh, give us a chip. Go on, give us a chip. Give us a chip. So maybe seagulls would be the most annoying animal. Something like that. What else have we got in here? Eva says, oh my God, I haven't seen you in ages. Yeah, Hussein has made the return of the Hussein. So like I was just saying, Hussein was one of my early supporters, early moderators. I was always been great at getting the vibes going strong. So it's nice to see you back in here, Hussein. Noel de Burr says, English, me, Latin, how English or German? I'm not entirely sure what that means. Hussein says, I was busy, but he's back. All right, let me catch up with some of these comments, guys. There's also Edward. Every time Moonery comes in and hangs out, the first thing I see is, where's Huntsman? It's good for me since it means people actually want to talk to me. Also, same to the people. 100% Huntsman. This is what I'm talking about. People jump in the chat, they hang out, they vibe. And people do miss you, mate. You're such a regular around here. People are like, yo, where's Huntsman? What else is here? Eva's like, where's Dan? Yeah, I would love to know. If you're watching this secretly right now, you're in big trouble. Big trouble. You should be here, Dan. You should be on stream supported. And the fact you're not here right now means you're dead to me. Dan, if you're watching, I'm joking. Please come back, Dan. We need you back on stream. That doesn't know, Dan Edits Pro is another one of the early moderators who we've not seen for a couple of days. So I hope Dan is all right. but we're sending vibes to him regardless. What else have we got in the chat? Huntsman says, I hit 80 subscribers and a popular video has hit almost 10k views in 3 days. Wow. Guys, if you're watching the stream right now, go check out the British Huntsman's channel. He's in the chat right now. That's amazing. Well done, Huntsman. Nearly 10k views is legitimately an amazing result on content. Good going, man. I was trying to say good job and good going, so I was like, good. But yeah, Huntsman, well done to you, mate. That's awesome. What else is here? Blarge Harger says, I was the Huntsman got promoted. See, Blarge remembers. Blarge remembers. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, you're here, like, with me. Like, we're creating something. I genuinely feel I don't want to sound like I'm getting ahead of myself, but we're creating something. Like, every time we stream, like, more people keep showing up. There's more regulars. And like I was saying, I've only been streaming 5 or 6 weeks. If we can get a bit further down the line, Blarge will be like an old G, like, smoking a pipe in a chair. Like, I remember the days when only 10 people were on stream. And who knows, maybe there'll be like 20 people, 30 people. Who knows? Let's dream big, guys. Who knows? One day we might have 100 people on stream with us. Got to dream it to make it happen. What else is it? With the Boy X says, I was genre a lot. I'll watch tomorrow. Smiley face. W Withered Boy. Thank you so much. I remember you saying that yesterday. You were like, yeah, I'm coming back tomorrow. I'll see you then. And guess what? Here you are. So huge W Withered Boy. Like I always say, guys, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, if you're a regular viewer, there is never, ever pressure to jump on stream. I would never want anybody to feel like, oh, I need to join Edward's stream. Like, he's streaming, I said to be there. Like, don't worry about it. Like, for real, life is busy. You can come again another day, and I would never want anybody to feel pressure. Let someone watch, like, one stream a week, or one stream a month, in fact, and genuinely really enjoyed it. Like, got locked in, like, in a good way, like, with vibing strong. They really enjoyed it, and, like, had a good time when they're on the stream, and feeling like they need to show up regularly. If you want to be on every stream with me, I love having it, and I love having the regulars like Blage, Huntsman, Eva, Jacob. The list goes on, like Hussein, like literally just the list goes on at this point. So shout out to everybody, shout out to everybody getting involved in the chat, throwing up emojis, liking the stream. You all appreciate it. With the Boy says, oh hang on, let's go back a comment. Huntsman says, yeah, you were Blage. On the same day Esan timed you out, if you remember. I made the time out 10 seconds instead of a day, lol. Yeah, Asan was going crazy. Asan was on a mad one. And Asan, if you're watching or you see this, we appreciate you, but keep it chill on the timeouts, man. But fortunately, Huntsman was there. Huntsman was on that. And Blage, well, Huntsman was elevated to mod. With the Boy says, also, me and my brother are planning an April Fool's prank tonight. Ooh, interesting. Can you tell us what it is? You probably left that comment like 10 minutes ago, so I'd love to hear. In fact, by the time I get to your comment, it's probably like already been April's Fool's. Scary F says, sir, I'm from India. Scary Archive, sir, to you, I'm from England. How are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. Oh, amazing. Blage says, if Edward actually makes a Discord, I, along with some other mods, can handle everything and set up his server. Guys, that would be super cool, you know. That would be super awesome. And I've been thinking about this. If I set up a Discord, right, as well as the regular like channel stuff and stream stuff, for everybody that joins and has like a particular passion, like Huntsman, for example, is really into astronomy and astrophysics. So we could have like random channels, guys, with like stuff that the mods and the community members are passionate about. And like if everybody comes for the vibes, but within that, within the Discord serve, like these little different sections where people with all their different passions and interests can have their own little thing. Again, people can just dip in and out of it. So that would be super cool. Blage, your offer of handling the Discord is so appreciated. And for real, I could make that happen because it'd be a nice way for us to hang out and like just catch up and stuff when we're not streaming. Scary Archive followed his last comment up, which was Sir, I from India, with Sir, please, I from India. Well, Scary Archive, it's nice to have you on the chat with us. If you are watching from India, I'm watching from England and it's a long, long way away. But that's not stopping us hanging out and vibing, so shout out to you. And thank you, Blage, for welcome from Indonesia. So we've got like we've got like Indonesia, India, and England. So we've got a lot of range between these guys. We're going global. This is a global stream right here, right now. In fact, tell you what we've got. We've got Indonesia, we've got India, we've got England, and in England we've got Jacob in Walsall down here. So shout out to Jacob as well. Jacob, and speaking of Jacob, says, I don't have Discord, so I'll just be the YouTube mod. Fair enough, Jacob. That is absolutely understandable. I know a lot of people who watch the stream. Probably will have Discord. And to be honest with you guys, it's been a minute since I hopped in Discord myself, like actually quite a while. But the nice thing about Discord is that we can personalize it. And as I say, we can have channels for like the different mods that have particular passions, like Huntsman with his astronomy, astrophysics. And Blaj, of course, like I'm trying to think what you said. Blaj, you said you were like a general knowledge kind of guy, but I feel like you'll have some passions as well. So again, that's something that we can give a little home for in the Discord. Scary Archive has changed up the tactics and says, "Sir, please love India." I don't know whether you're saying love from India or whether you're saying, "Sir, please love India." Well, I do love India. I've never been to India, but it's a place I want to visit. Jacob just says W India. You know what? I need to stop saying so many words and just follow up with a W India. So hell yeah. Oh, and in answer to my question of Pratt saying if animals could talk, which one would be the most annoying? They say the answer is humans. Mine are seagulls. So slightly different answers, but fair. And speaking of seagulls, Eva says I went to Whitby ages ago, made a friend with a seagull called Dobby, and he came every day for my fish and chips. Dobby the seagull. What? I bet Dobby the seagull was eating well, Eva. I bet you gave him some generous portions. What else have we got? Space 42 is back and says hi. I think Space 42's been here before, but Space 42, hello to you. How are you doing? Nice to see you in the chat. Guys, if you're watching and you're tuning in for the first time, jump in the chat, say hello. The chat will welcome, and I will give you a shout out as well. And for context, we're doing a positive stream. As always, chill stream. I am streaming live from the north of England. We've got people watching from all over the world, from India, from Indonesia, from Walsall, down Midlands in England. That's Jacob. So shout out to everybody watching. And as always, if you're out there, I'd love to know who you are and where you're watching from. It makes it super fun. What else have we got? Nabu Kenya says, how are you? What's up, Nabu Kenya? Nice to have you in the chat. I don't think I've seen you here before. And in answer to your question, how am I? The honest answer, Nabu Kenya, was that today I've been down in the dumps. I've not been having a great day. I'm feeling the energy, feeling the love. But jumping on stream has been a lot of fun, as always. It kind of helps my head a little bit. And just trying to jump on stream and share some positivity to you guys. That's kind of what it's about, and it helps me. And hopefully you guys like the vibes as well. And if you do me a favor and hit the like button, because the stream, every time we've been streaming for like the last 5 times in a row, the vibes have been on point, like really, really good. And everyone's been like chilling. There's like regulars, which I absolutely love. Thank you to whoever just hit the like button. But what I was going to say was, even though the vibes have been really cool, like people have been jumping on stream, there's been like a steady amount of viewers, not getting as many likes, which makes me sad, which makes Edward very sad. But the key thing is, we're all here, we're hanging out, we've got regulars in the chat, like Huntsman, like Jacob, like Blarcharger, like... Who else have I missed out? I'm missing people, and I apologise. Like Eva the Diva, of course. Danny's a Jester's back in the chat. You know what, guys? With that in mind, let me catch up on some of these comments, because I'm behind. With the Texas, I'm turning 14 on the 10th of April, so I hope to join the live on that day. Oh, well, W to you. Birthday W's to you with the Boy X, and I'm sure we'll see you before then, but have a great birthday when it comes. Eva says, I'm from Sweden, speak English. You know what, Eva? For real, I did not know you from Sweden. I thought you were from the UK. So, W Sweden, W Eva. And how cool is it as well, guys, in certain countries, like India, like Sweden, like many countries, in fact, Indonesia, like Blarcharger, like so many people speak multiple languages. And kind of it's a blessed curse being away from England, because English is the global language, like it or not, more than Mandarin. Like English is the global language, which is great, and it means I can go to pretty much any country, and if people do speak a foreign language, my language is the one they speak. But at the same time, it's not good, because it means that you can become complacent and reliant on that, and you get people from like the Netherlands, from Sweden, from Germany, from Indonesia who speak like 2 or 3 languages at standard, and that just makes you like pretty well equipped for the world. So to everybody out there who speaks more than one language, and if you're like myself, who can only really speak one language fluently, we're in this together. But there's always time to learn. Right then, let me catch up with some comments. Danny Jester says, guess who's here? What's to you, Danny Jester? Nice to see you back in the chat. Oh, Blaj, I'm behind on your comment. Okay. Okay, so Blaj says, my significant other, not the bad one. I think that means significant other, right? So my Blaj's partners also shares the same date as your birthday. And he says, I plan to ask Edward what I should get her. Nice question, Blaj. I well, listen, right, I'm not some sort of, some expert present buyer, and you know your partner better than me, but what I would say is that from women, like, both, like, that I've known romantically and just in my daily life, like family ever, something thoughtful is always good. So expensive isn't necessarily the best option for us, and as you know, Blaj, it's the thought that counts. So my advice would be find something that's really meaningful to the lady in your life, and even if it's not expensive, even if it's not like flashy or anything like that, if there's thought behind it, that will reach though. That would be my advice. Stinky fart, just I didn't plant my cochlea. Fair enough, stinky farter. Fair enough. Oh, okay. And Johnny Horth Larson, someone's mentioned. I'm sure someone has answered this because I'm like 10 minutes behind the chat. But Johnny Horth Larson says, "So can I have a valid?" Oh no, Huntsman, you've deleted it just as I was reading. Holy. Oh, okay. Nah, wrong message. Well, Johnny Horth Larson, I really still here. Johnny watches all the way from Denmark, and if you've been timed out, I'm sure it was by mistake. Oh, I just zoomed in on myself. That was not intended. That was not intended. Did you see that chat? Oh, dude, oh my god, that's crazy. Ah! I've literally never used that feature on chat before. Never used that before. That's crazy. What's up to everybody who's on the stream right now? We're discovering new features. All right. So back to the comments though. Trying to catch up. Trying to catch up. Danny Suggester says just subscribe. Danny Suggester, that is a huge W to you. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who's watching, liking. Honestly, when you guys like I've said before, chat. When I want people to like, it's not because I'm like, I need the likes for my ego. It's not that because thank you, just hit the like button. It's because when more people like, it shows the more YouTube thinks, this is a good stream, let's show it to more people. And when we get more people on the stream, the chat goes crazy, people make new friends, like the vibe just goes sick. So yeah, W to everybody who's chatting, liking, all of that. It really helps everybody out. What else have we got here? Too Fast Clips Will says, this is Bonnie Jr. Who's Bonnie Jr.? In fact, speaking of which, who's Bonnie Sr.? I don't know Bonnie Jr. or Bonnie Sr. But hello to you, Too Fast Clips. Witherboy X is also someone crushed on me, found my channel a week ago, and I was speechless. W Witherboy, good to hear. Okay, and Pratt's asking a question. This is a question for everyone. So if you're watching right now, chat, this is a question from Pratt. Would you probably see ready because I'm slow on the comments, but Pratt asks, this is a question for everyone. What's the weirdest food combination you actually enjoy? Interesting. Hunter says, for me, it's mayo, tuna pasta, and sweet corn. It's lovely. As you guys know, I'm a vegan, so I'm not partaking in the tuna. But that's not that crazy a combination, Huntsman. I feel like a lot of people enjoy that in the UK. Diddyboy295 is back and he's waving. What's up, Diddyboy? Nice to see you back in the chat. Okay, Eva's saying pot noodle and salt and vinegar Pringles. That's kind of a unique one. I've not heard of that one before. But could I just say W to salt and vinegar? W to salt and vinegar. What else have we got in the chat? Jacob said, here's this food combination. It's Subway sandwich with tangy cheese Doritos. Jacob, that's like a pretty standard one. That's not that crazy, man. And with the boy access, for me, it's pot noodles and squeezed lemon juice. Again, Chuck, I feel these are pretty safe options. If you're just joining the stream, the question from Pratt was, guys, what's the weirdest food combination that you actually enjoy? For Huntsman, it was tuna sweet corn and tuna pasta and sweet corn, which, guys, if you watch for the first time, I'm not endorsing the tuna. However, that was what Huntsman said. And for Witherboy X, pot noodles and lemon juice, which I was saying, I don't think that's crazy. I think that's pretty tame. What else is in here? Jamaica High says, I'm here. What's up, Jamaica High? I'm catching up with all the comments because the comment section is popping off. So you probably said hello about 10 minutes ago, Jamaica. So if you're still here, what's up to you? And guys, if you are joining for the first time, let me give you some context. My name is Edward. I'm streaming from sunny Oldland, and the chat is all about good vibes. If you jump in the chat right now, there's 80 people watching right now. Here's my promise to you. If you jump in the chat right now and say hello, you will be welcomed. You will literally get mods and people jumping in the chat and saying, yo, what's up, so-and-so. So call my bluff, chat. If you're there, if you're watching, if you're one of those 17 viewers, call my bluff, jump in the chat and see if somebody welcomes you. All right, what else have we got in here? Witherboy says, Eva, how do we both say pot noodle? I guess we both like them. Pot noodle's a popular popular option in the chat. Let me catch up with the comments. Witherboy X says, Edward, what's your fave pot noodle? For me, it's Bombay Bad Boy. You know what? I'm going to shock you, chat. I love ramen, but I've actually not had a pot noodle in, couldn't tell you how long. I couldn't tell you how long since I hot noodle. It's been many a moon. But I had noodles, I had ramen, literally an hour and 10 minutes ago. Just before I jumped on the stream, I was I was tucking into some noodles. So in answer to your question, I couldn't give you an answer because it's been that long since I've had a pot noodle. I actually couldn't tell you what my favourite one was. But just for the record, W noodles, W ramen, and W to everybody who's on the stream, liking, vibing, hanging out, jumping in. Appreciate you being here. Currently streaming 5 days a week, and it's nice to see so many people hanging out with us. Music clubs, no, Musis Club says, tell me something. Why does a men smile so much? I'm not sure what that means, but nice to see you in the chat. And Pratt says, I'm glad none of you mentioned beans. Can I just say for the record, beans. I will hear no bad talk of beans on this stream. In fact, if you're going to talk ill of beans, that's the door. That's the door, chat. If you're going to talk ill about my stream, just don't even turn up. Just don't even show your face up around here. But shout out to you, Pratt, because I'm only teasing. What else is up in here? Fallen Knight 352 says, for me, it's fries and milkshake. You know what, right? I've not been McDonald's in many a moon, chat, but when I was much younger, I did used to get fries and strawberry milkshake from Mackey's. Not endorsing that now. I'm not saying that's the way to live your life, but I think a lot of people do like that kind of sweet and salty combination. Huntsman just said, oh, hell no. Huntsman is keeping his personal his personal information private, which Huntsman is not a bad idea on the internet. As we know, the internet can be a scary, scary place. So yeah, keeping your cards close to your chest in that respect is good. This is in the chat. Let me catch up, chat. Dobby Snuffy says, hello, brother. What's up, Dobby Snuffy? Good to see you again. How are you doing? And Dobby says, I'm back once again. Dobby is back. Back like a boomerang. Radio Master is here, or at least the Radio Master was here probably about 5 minutes ago because I'm behind with the messages. But Radio Master, if you are still here, hello to you. And hello to everybody who's watching the stream right now. If you're enjoying the vibe, guys, hit the little like button. It's going to show the stream to more people. I'm going to crank the atmosphere up another notch. It's been a great stream already. And 58 minutes in, it's crazy how the time flies. Like someone the other day, last night, I think it was Blage, or someone last night was like, wow, it was Huntsman, in fact. He was been like, it's 55 minutes already. How's it been that long? And honestly, guys, I felt like I jumped on stream 10 minutes ago and we're just about to hit an hour. So W to everyone keeping the chat popping off, getting involved, liking the stream. And remember, if you're out and you don't want to directly comment in the chat, I would advise you to. But if you don't want to, throw up some emojis at the side. Know what you're thinking. Dobby Snuffy says, this is my second view as a viewer. Nice, Dobby. Good to have you here with us. And Devro says, hello, I'm new here. Well, Harvey, as I said, you probably commented a while ago because my internet is laggy. But if you're still here, Harvey, hello to you. Nice to see you in the chat and welcome. Radio Master says, do you watch Indian movies? I never sat and watched a full-length Indian film, like a Bollywood film or anything like that. Or I'm honestly an appreciator of Indian music and culture. So recently had someone recommend some Punjabi music, and it took me on a bit of a rabbit hole on YouTube after the stream. Like I put the song they requested on, and it took me down this mini rabbit hole, and there were some music videos that came along with that. So in answer to your question, Radio Master, I don't watch Indian movies currently. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. And Huntsman says, also, I just got 2 new subs. W Huntsman, big up to everybody subscribing to Huntsman. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what the vibe's about, right? I do a stream, my mods are in the chat, and they're like, oh, I do content as well. And I'm like, boom, guys, go check out the channels. People go check out the channels. Like, Huntsman gets a little boost, I get a little boost because Huntsman's happy. It's just a positive cycle, guys, and I love to see it. Danny Zagesta says, oh, for me here in Bulgaria, I don't think I knew that you were in Bulgaria, so thank you for sharing. That's cool to know. Danny says, oh, here in Bulgaria, we do pickles with yogurt and dill and walnuts. Interesting. That sounds quite Eastern European, South, like, I suppose Bulgaria's, well, South, right? Bulgaria's Southern Europe, but interesting to hear. And for the record, I do love a pickle. What else have we got? Jamaica High says, yo, everyone, please spread good vibes 100. I think a lot of you guys right now are probably the regular OGs in the chat, but if you're here for the first time, the whole point of the stream is literally just to hang out, spread positive energy, be there for one another, getting to know one another in the chat, just chilling, hanging out, take song requests, all of that good stuff. So if you're here, drop a comment, let me know who you are and what you're doing. And if you want to share something with the chat, that is always very much appreciated. Huntsman says, Edward, I've been called a dictator. I don't know if I agree with that. Do you? Huntsman, you're not a dictator. And Huntsman, breaking my heart, says, I hate beans. I'm sorry. I actually don't like them. Well, Huntsman, fortunately, I can eat all the other beans on your behalf. So it's not all bad. Izzy says, can I ask you something? Yes, Izzy, you can ask me a question. Go for it. Oh, Izzy says, sorry, that was my boyfriend. Fair enough. Okay, Eva saying, Edward, it's okay, I'm okay, it's by Tate McRae. You know what? I feel like I've seen Tate McRae come up a few times in the chat. So, Eva, you've been very patient. We're taking song requests right now, guys. And we're going to clear this off and put Tate McRae on. Never heard of Tate McRae? That doesn't mean Tate McRae is good. It doesn't mean Tate McRae is bad. It just means I've not heard of Tate McRae. So, we're going to put this on. I think it was like, what is it? It's okay, I'm okay. By Tate McRae. A lot of okay sounds in there. So here we go. Tate McRae, Canadian singer-songwriter. Hoping this comes up quickly. Praying, chat. Oh, come on. Come on, chat. Be good to me. So if anyone that's just joined the stream, I'm putting... here we go. Tate McRae, it's okay, I'm okay. Now, this is requested by Eva, who I believe is in Sweden. All the way in Sweden. I was trying to think to say, like, Sweden, home of... But ABBA is from Sweden, right? So Eve... and IKEA. So, yeah, W IKEA, W ABBA. W Sweden. All right, in a second, once this advert finishes, because it's an irritating Cheerios ad, I literally got a cereal advert on in the background. We're going to put some Tate McRae on. Now, this is another advert, but once this advert finishes, we're going to have Tate McRae. It's okay, I'm okay. No idea what this sounds like. So here we go. This requested by Eva the Diva over in Sweden. All right. Let me catch up. Painzorn or Panazorn says, what would you rate the food from Greg's? Great question. Witherboy X says 10 out of 10. You know what? I'm gonna give Greg's a steady 7. A steady 7 for Greg's, and that is a respectful 7. Obviously, like I've said a million times before, I'm vegan, I don't consume any animal products, and Greg's does sell those things. But in terms of the actual vibe of Greg's, I have a soft spot for Greg's, right? Because English culture, traditional English culture, like bakeries are a thing. You don't really get them in the same way. You don't really get as many independent local bakeries, like English bakeries anymore. It's more chain stuff, and Greg's is kind of like a little thing that's reminiscent of that. So shout out to Greg's, and they've got some good vegan stuff as well. So yeah, W Greg's. With the Boy X giving it a 10 out of 10. A lot of people love a Greg's, let's be real. With the Boy says, do you live in a city or town? You don't need to say which one. I live in a village. Thank you for sharing, With the Boy. I live in a big town, and I've been asked before where my biggest major city is, and I'd probably say it's Manchester. Focus Whiff says, hello, Ed. Well, I go by Edward World in Focus, but hello to... With the Boy X says, I have vegetarian sausage roll. All from Greg's. With the Boy X, shout out to you. So I think you have the vegan sausage roll, right? They've also got like a meat-free... I think it's called what's it called? What's the bake thing? A steak bake, like a vegan version of a steak bake, but I forgot what it's called. But yeah, I actually not tried it, to be fair. Thank you, Blage, as well, for all the welcomes in the chat. That's awesome. Bazza B is back in the chat and says, can we get a shout out for Charles III? Well, you know what? I'm actually not a royal kind of guy. No offense to anybody in the chat who is a royal kind of guy, but I'm not a big royal guy. I'll shout out to Charles on an individual level, but I'm not going to let you chat. I can't be showing love to the royal family that way. Nothing against them per se. It's just I don't really agree with the concept of royal families. What else have we got in here? Ocean Eyes says, good evening. I hope you're well. Ocean Eyes, if you're still watching, a very good evening. Nice to see you back in the chat. What else have we got? Jamaica High says, Edward, when did you join the Edward fan club? And Hunter says, like, when you became model, exact same stream. Boom. Love the support. Thank you so much. And Harvey, who again probably left this comment about 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago, because I'm slow to catch up with the comments and my internet lag. But Harvey says, I'm still here. You got a new sub, loving the positive vibes. Well, Harvey, thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate that. And just for the record, if anybody is watching for the first time, that's what the whole point of the streams are about. Like I was telling everybody before, I've been down at the moment, like legitimately down, even though I seem super perky and like positive and all the rest of it now. I've been legitimately down at the moment, and streaming, it helps me because I jump on and I try and spread some positive energy with you guys, and you guys always show it back to me, and that means a lot. So Harvey, thank you so much for jumping conversation, for saying hello, and for joining the journey. And honestly, every time I stream, like it feels like there's some new faces, but also the regulars are here as well. We've got like a really nice, like literally a little community of really cool, friendly, like nice people. And shout out to the mods as well, who are always doing such a great job in the chat of like modding and welcoming people. So W to everybody that's here. With the boy accents, I'm 60% American accent. I found out last weekend. So with the boy, the fact you like eggs, but you've got an American accent makes me think that you're from the UK but spend time online. A lot of time online. That could be the vibe. Ocean Eyes says that plant is so pretty. Thank you, Ocean Eyes. I get a lot of compliments on that plant. It's a monstera plant. I might have told you that on stream before. It's a monstera plant. These are also known as cheese plants. And the reason for that, if you can guess, is because, like the holes in cheese, you get the holes in the leaves. So thank you for the compliment, and shout out to the plant, W plant. All right, so another question which I'm sure you guys have already answered, but Pratt was saying, another one, again, this is for everybody. What's a food opinion that could start an argument? Love the question, Pratt. Love the question. I'm curious to see if anybody's answered it in the chat yet, so let's see. Okay, Huntsman's straight in then. Huntsman says, Pratt, that would be that Takis are overrated and disgusting. I'm going to keep it real with you, chat. I've actually never tried Takis, and I don't mean to speak ill of any favourite snack, but I think Takis do look pretty horrible. They look really, like, fake and, like, coloured with, like, fake food colouring, and it's not a vibe from me. Thank you, Blige, for tying up the geopolitical questions. As always, guys, if you're joining for the first time, not because there's 6 of us on the stream, and I reckon that's all the OG regulars. But just for the record, everybody's always so welcome to have differences of opinion, bring new facts and new shares to the conversation, but we try and keep the politics to a minimum. Reason for that is anybody doesn't have the right to speak. It's just that, like, let's say if you're from one country that's next to another country, and those two countries are like at war or they've got bad relations, something. I wouldn't want someone from country X and country Y to be in the same chat and feel like they couldn't just chill and be like people. Does that make sense? Like I don't want it to. Whilst I love celebrating like where people are from and like I'm English, you're Indian, like so and so is like Blanesian. Like I love all of that. That's super cool. But I also want us to be able to just like when you're in the space, when you're chilling here, it's all vibes. Radio Master, I've come across your recommendations for Indian films, and I've just taken a screenshot because if I try and remember any of those, I won't remember those. So thank you for the recommendations. Really do appreciate that. Jacob says, I don't like spicy food at all. Indian, Chinese, anything like that is a no for me. That is a shame, Jacob. And I know you're quite a young chap, and maybe in course that will change. When I was younger, I didn't like spicy food. And personally, I love spicy food. I love like fragrant food, aromatic food. Indian, Chinese, love all of that. Thai food is one of my favourite foods, favourite cuisines. But at the same time, Jacob, maybe you're just not a spicy food guy. That's, horses for courses, different strokes for different folks. And Blash says, Takis are not even spicy. Well, maybe for Asians it isn't. I've actually not tried Takis, and I reckon they're probably not that spicy. But Blash, I'd love to know, what is the spice level in Indonesia? Because again, I've no concept of like, of how spicy Indonesian food. I can see it going either way, honestly. Obviously there'll be chili in there, but I'm wondering how spicy it actually is. Jamaica High says, yo guys, can you sub to me? So guys, if you are watching, Jamaica High is in the chat. One of the mods, so look out for the blue logo next to Jamaica High's name. So if you're out there, then do drop a like on Jamaica High's a subscription on Jamaica High's profile. What else have we got in here? Blash says, Edward, you should try Indonesian spicy food. Spicy might take you out though. Blash, I'm here for the challenge. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, you're hard, man. I can take any spice, because it's not like that. And for the record, I actually, as I say, I love spicy food, but I actually like my Indian food medium, because I feel personally that when it's hotter than medium, even though I love the heat of chili, I think with certain food, I feel like you've got to have a right balance, So love super spicy Chinese food, super spicy Thai food. But yeah, more rich stuff. I feel like medium spice is where my head's at. But Blaj, I will take you up on that challenge, and I'd love to know how spicy Indonesian food is. Anush Carson says, "Bro, you are so Jesus code." No offense though. You know what? That's the first time ever I've ever been told that I'm Jesus coded. In fact, that's the first time I've ever heard the phrase Jesus coded. But shout out to you, Anush Kaysen, and thank you for clarifying. It was meant in a friendly way. Witherboy says, "I went to an Indian restaurant last year in Corfu. Nice. So Corfu is a Greek island. So I'd be curious to know what the Indian food is like on a Greek island." Oh, okay. And Prat is beefing with Blaj in the comments. Blaj, here's mine. Biryani is better than nasi goreng. So I'm pretty sure nasi goreng is Indonesian, right? Of course it is. It's biryani v nasi goreng. Oof, guys. Now, guys, I don't want to stereotype you, but I feel like an Indian gentleman, an Indonesian person, beefing over whose Asian's food is best. That could get pretty ugly pretty quickly. But I'm sure you'll be friendly about it in the end. So it's all. Hunter says the amount of comparisons to Jesus to Edward is actually outrageous. Well, Huntsman, honestly, for real, like I've been called a lot worse things, so people are gonna say that I look like Jesus. I can handle that. But to be fair, Jesus has better facial hair and hair going. Like I can't even lie. I like my hair. My hair. Like I've washed it last night. It's looking alright, but it's not Jesus vibe, guys. It's not Jesus level. And Eva says, "Nope, I'm in UK. I live in UK, but I'm half Swedish." Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So Eva is not Swedish, but she has Swedish roots. What else have we got? Ty Croc leaves a super random comment in the chat. Says, "Bro, I'm so happy. Hank called and says next week we can start paving roads." Wild. First time I've seen Ty Croc in the chat, and that's the comment. Eva says, "Got to go. Bye. See you later, Eva. Always nice to have you here with us." And Jamaica High's got a bounce. It says, "I've got to go, but by the time you read this, I'll be gone. But spread good vibes. Thanks, Jamaica High. I'm sending good vibes to you. You're probably not on the stream, but I hope you had a good time, and it was nice to see you here." Who else is up in the chat? What's the chat saying? Catch up chat. What else have we got? Thank you, but I'm catching up. Javid Rashid is back and says, "Who let the dogs out?" That is a question. Here we go. And Huntsman says, "Yo, Edward, it's past the 60-minute mark. You've got to do the shout out section." Thank you, Huntsman, for the reminder. So, guys, we've been doing 60-minute shout outs. And I believe it was Huntsman was the main person that was eligible for the shout out tonight. Oh, this is an advert. So let me get past this advert and then we'll do the shout outs. I'll also have a drink of water because my throat is going hoarse. Oh, come on, advert, finish. Oh, the advert finished and now it's our advert. Guys, I'm going to get YouTube Premium again. YouTube are leaving with no choice. I'm going to have to get YouTube Premium again. Because we can't be having these delays. Alright, fine. A little bit of pop music that's come on autoplay, but we can run with it. Mr. Nobody on YouTube says, "Have you got anything a little less piratey?" Unfortunately not. The vibe is preset. Friendly pirate mode activated. What else have we got? I'm catching up, chat. I'm nearly there. Okay, so Blaj, before I was saying to Blaj how I love spicy food, and Blaj said, "Probably the spicy things I personally eat in Edward is a non-vegetarian dish called Oseng Mercon. Mercon is in fireworks. It pops in your mouth with spice." Thanks for sharing that with me, Blaj. I've never ever heard of Oseng Mercon, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. With the Boy X says, "Have you played Struct? It's a game creator which I recommend playing." No, I've never heard of Struct, and I've never seen Struct. Again, thank you for the recommendation. With the boy, this is what I mean, chat. It's like super helpful when upon. I've been streaming like 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, and I'm already learning loads of stuff, right? I'm learning stuff about Bollywood films, Indian music, Indonesian food and culture, game. Like, you guys are teaching me a lot, so W to you. Aussie Mountain Biker's back in the chat. Hey, what's up to you, Aussie Mountain Biker? Back on as a moderator this evening. Nice to see you. W to Aussie Mountain Biker and W to whoever, just hit the like button. I would love, guys, I'm going to finish streaming in about 8 minutes. If we can get to 30 likes, that would be absolutely amazing. So if you're out there and you haven't hit the like button, do your boy a favour and let's get that stream shown to more people. Jacob says, "DJ Edward." That's what they call me, Jacob. DJ Edward up on the mix. I finally caught up with the chat. Blash says, "All right, Edward is not up with chat. Let it flow." 100%, guys, if you're out there, I love reading the comments. I love knowing where people are from. Love seeing what people have got to say. It makes it super fun for me. So if you're out, if you've got any comments, thoughts, questions, Put it in the chat. What's the worst could happen? And with the boy X says there's no longer a massive delay. It's 1 minute now. We're nearly up to speed, chat. We did it. We did it between us. And thank you everybody for keeping the chat flow. I was catching up with the comments. It's super helpful. Pratt says, all right, guys, it's almost 2 a.m. here. Got to go. And again, take care, everyone, and stay safe. Edward, carry on with your stuff, and God bless you. At Huntsman, take care, mate. At Blage, Dada, at Walsall, see you soon. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, every time the vibes are amazing. And it's not because of me, it's because of us. So, W to everybody like that. Leaving kind, caring vibes here. It's super nice. And I know that when Pratt jumps in the chat again, he's going to be welcomed. I think Pratt is a he. I'm actually not 100% sure, but we're going to go with Pratt's a he because he didn't correct me. So W Pratt and W everyone jumping in. And Aussie Mountain Biker says, yeah, I like the stream. W Aussie Mountain Biker, thank you so much. I thought you did, to be fair, because I felt like I saw it go up when I saw you jump in the chat. So W to Aussie Biker, good to have you here. And thank you for everybody wishing out well on the way out. Like, what a chat, guys. Like, between us, what a legendary chat. People are jumping in. Strangers are jumping into the chat for the first time. We've got mods after, like, a few weeks. Yo, what's up, everybody? Like, how you doing? Like, welcome, so-and-so. That is honestly double behavior. And I don't want to sound patronising. Like, I literally don't want to sound patronising to anybody that's here on the stream right now. But, like, literally anyone that's been really positive and, like, welcome to the chat, dropping the rules, like, liking the space, anything like that, you can be proud of yourself because, like I've said before, there's legitimately no end of rubbish vibes on the internet. But we're here in our tiny little bubble, all the regulars locked in, doing our thing, and just spreading love and positive energy. So, W to everybody that's here on the stream, you are appreciated. What the comments saying? With the boy X's, it's 9:22 right now. I'm staying up till 10 o'clock. Fair enough with the boy X. That's a good, respectable bedtime. And you know what they say? Well, here's a little, I'll share an expression with you, chat. My mum shared with me, and her mum shared with her. Early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. So there you go. So W to early bedtimes. I need to start going to bed earlier. But for now, that's not quite here. We're streaming, got about another 10 minutes left on the stream. If you're out there, guys, I would love for us to hit 30 likes together on this stream. A little psychological milestone. Let's see if we can do it. And Aussie Mountain Biker says, Edward, are you vegan? Yes, I am, Aussie Mountain Biker. I've been vegan for over 10 years now. And Chris O'Reilly's back in the chat. What's up, Chris O'Reilly? W Chris. Great to see you, man. For anyone that doesn't know, Chris, another OG on the chat, has been super friendly, supportive, helpful to me. And actually, I'm going to share on Chris's behalf. He sent me a little message in the chat to say, yo, Edward, like, you've given me a little bit of motivation, a little bit of inspiration to start making my own videos. So if you see his username in the chat, he's got an orange username. Chris has started making his own videos, so go check those out. Give him a little subscribe. And W Chris, great to have you back, man. Ahmad Amer says, you look like Ronald Weasley. I like it. I feel like, Ahmad, you shared that same comment like 45 minutes ago. And someone was like, nah. Nice one. And Huntsman is sharing the Daily Space Fact, who says, also Edward, Daily Space Fact, Sagittarius, a star, was discovered in 1974. It's the black hole that resides at the center of our galaxy, our galactic center. In astronomical terms, it's 4 million, I think that means miles away. And Chris is saying, hi guys, what's up? Love to see that. Love to see that. And Chris is also saying, did I join when he's ending the stream? No, Chris, you've made it. We've got another 10 minutes of streaming left. Another 10 minutes of streaming left. And guys, if you are watching with me, do me a favour. Hit that like button. We can hit 30 likes between us. I know we can. Hunt also says... Also, Edward, did you see the comment I left on yesterday's stream? Huntsman, I think so. I think it was the one I replied to. If it was the one where you were like, if it's the one I'm thinking of. So, guys, if you're watching right now and you're one of the regulars, which might be like Blage, Jacob, Chris, anybody like that, so many regulars at this point. Huntsman left a comment on the stream yesterday saying, basically, please give a huge W to all regulars that have been so cool on the stream. So, Blage, I'm talking to you. Chris, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Everybody that keeps showing up, I'm sending a W, and also Huntsman asked me to send you a W as well. So everybody that keeps rocking with us, big up to yourself. Let me catch up with the comments really quick. So Blanche Harger sharing a fact and says, did you know there's an unknown 8th planet in our solar system, and it has animals that look like blue mammals? No, come on, Blanche, you my leg. Neon Star says, hello, what's up to you, Neon Star? Don't think I've seen you in the chat. How are you doing? And thank you, Huntsman. Neon Star, if this is your first time joining, as you can see, you're always warmly welcomed into the chat by people like Huntsman, who's doing a great job on moderation duty. So big up Huntsman, big up Neon Star, and big up everybody who's joining us for the last 10 or so minutes of the stream. If you are watching, guys, I stream about 5 days a week at the moment, Sunday to Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time. And if you're locked in and if you're watching with us, do me a favor, hit that like button. I want to hit 30 likes before we end the stream, and it looks like we're on target for that, so let's make it happen. Neon Star says, hi, British. Hello, I'm indeed British if you're talking to me, so hello to you. And what else is in the chat? Chris says, I was at a match. Nice, Chris. Was that a Gaelic football match or was that a different type of match? I know you mentioned Gaelic football the other day, so I'm curious to know whether it was Gaelic football or another type of football, or not even football whatsoever. What else have we got? Oh, Blaj is doing the April Fools. I'm not gonna lie, Blaj, you had me then. I was like, what the hell? Like, I'm tripping up Blaj's. Aussie Mountain Biker says, I'm gonna go check out Chris's channel. Sorry, Edward, but I'm gonna go. Hey, Aussie Mountain Biker, go show some love to Chris's channel. No hard from me. Oh, and Kids Barrett, I hope you're still watching, Kids, because Kids says, sending love all the way from India. Well, Kids, thank you so much for joining the stream. We appreciate it. We have quite a few Indian viewers who watch now. That's super cool. I love that. Makes me excited to maybe visit India one day, and who knows, maybe we can do a stream. Capybara, love it, is back in the chat. What's up to you, aka San, I believe. To see you here. What else have we got in here? Look for you. Cool. All right, we're nearly caught up with the chat. So Huntsman is dropping more space facts. Says, Andromeda Galaxy still exists. It will for 4.5 billion years. 49% chance of that. 49% chance it might collide with the Milky Way, making Milkdromeda, and after that, the Triangulum Galaxy will also collide with that. Well, fortunately, guys, I will not be here to risk any collisions of galaxies. So, fingers crossed we're going to avoid that. Neon Star is Indian as well. And Neon Star also says, Edward, you know the R-Times rocket will go to the moon in a few days. I did not know that. New fact to me. So thank you for sharing, Neon Star. Chris has got new ideas for videos, which I love to hear. Oh, and that's what I love to see as well. Aussie Mountain Biker says, Chris, I sub to you. W Aussie Mountain Biker, W Chris. Everybody should give themselves a pat on the back that's here right now, because every time we keep streaming, the regulars show up. We do a little bit of vibing. We do a little bit of hanging out. People connect, making new friends, because that's what it's all about, guys. So big up to Chris, big up to Neon Star, big up to Aussie Mountain Bike, big up to Blaj, who's chilling in the background, and big up to everybody else that's joined the stream tonight. You are real ones. But guys, we've got 5 minutes left on stream, and I want to hit that 30 likes, and I feel a few more people join, we're gonna do it. So let's stay vigilant. If they enter the room, chat. If Blaj, Huntsman, Chris, if you see like a wave of people jump in the room, do me a favor and like drop some like the stream in the chat. I'd really appreciate that. What else have we got? Chris is showing love back to Aussie Mountain Bike. He says the same. And Neon Star says Dan would love to be here, but he's in London, so can't be here. Ashton Yuvaraj says, hi, what is the stream about? And he follows that up with a quick question saying, is the streamer gay? He looks like a white guy. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much for deleting that, because I was literally about to delete that myself. Like I always say, I'm never quick to delete, but that's just full on racism and like homophobia. So if you're watching right now, whether you're gay, straight, in between, whether you're white, black, brown, I don't care. You're welcome. And what's not welcome is badgy and bad vibes like that. So W. Chris O'Reilly for tidying that up. L, whoever that hateful comment, you are the L. You take the L in this situation. But meanwhile, W to Rena Esiata, who is back in the chat and says, I'm back at almost 30. W to Rena, who always brings a lovely, friendly, positive energy in the chat. So thank you, Rena, and thank you for the support. Nice to see you back here with us. And boom, just like that, we've hit 30 likes. So absolutely love to all of you legends out there, including Aussie Mountain Bike, who's saying, guys, get Edward to 30 likes. Just like that, through the power of team, we absolutely smashed it, guys. I was like, oh, we've got 5 minutes, can we do it? And just like that, we absolutely smashed it in 31 likes. So thank you so much to everybody taking the time to like and engage. You are all real ones, and you give me extra motivation to keep showing up, keep hanging out with you guys. And like I say as well, for real, I want to step it up a little bit. I want to do a lot. I'm going to try and do the city stream this weekend. The problem, chat, right, is I looked at the trains before, and the trains in England are terrible. If you're from the UK, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're terrible and expensive, which is so annoying because Great Britain is the country that literally invented rail travel, and yet we've got some of the worst rail in Europe. I digress. The point is the trains are often delayed or cancelled or whatever. So the city that I was going to go streaming, it takes like 2.5 hours, including a bus. So I can either drive there, but I've never driven that far, or I can get the train/bus. So I'm nervous, but no. But I want to do an IRL stream for you guys. The point I'm trying to make is that we're going to step up the production value. Not in a crazy way, but I'm getting this new camera. We're going to just try and like step it up a little bit. We're going to do some landscape streams. So watch the space. And thank you to everybody that keeps supporting, keeps hanging out, keep vibing. It means. And Rena was always here, she says, in the background, chilling. With the Boy X's, are you doing shout outs? Hell yeah, we're doing shout outs. In fact, with the Boy X, shout out you, because I believe this is the second day you've come in a row. So W to you. Thank you for turning up. It's nice to see you again. And it's appreciated. And if we're talking other shout outs, I've got to shout out the chat, I've got to shout out the regulars, I've got to shout out Huntsman doing a great job on moderation, Blage doing a great job on moderation, and Vibes, Huntsman, Vibes. Jacob's here hanging out. So many people hanging out here. In fact, I'm having to scroll up. Chris O'Reilly, of course, one of the OGs, always brings super nice energy. So big up to you guys. And listen, guys, if I ever don't give you a shout out, please don't think that I'm not appreciating you or vibing with you. Sometimes there are just shout outs on top of shout outs, but we'll get to them. Nick Gurr says, hello, what's up to you, Nick? I think it's the first time I've seen you in the chat, and it's nice to have you here with us. Chilling. We've got some tunes on. We've got a few minutes left of stream, so guys, if you're out there, do me a favour, hit the like button. We want to pump it up to like 32 likes, 33 likes before we end the stream. And we're going to do that. And I'm going to be back tomorrow, 8 PM UK time, and I hope you can join me. And if you haven't hit subscribe yet, hit the subscribe button so you get a notification. Neon Star is saying, no, actually, my train was not cancelled and it was smooth. Well, Neon Star, I've taken a lot of trains over the years, and trust me, the UK is not that great for trains. Aussie Mountain Biker's got to go and says, I've got to go, Edward, bye. See you later, Aussie Mountain Bike, if you're still here watching. Nice to see you on the stream again. Thanks for doing a great job on the moddies, and we'll see you on another stream. Neon Star's got to go as well. He says, got to go, bye. Double up. Thank you so much, Neon Star, that's appreciated. And it was nice to have you here in the chat with us. Oh, excuse me. Apologies. Thank you, Blage, again, thank you for my back and clarifying. Rika, I apologise for getting your name wrong. Somehow in all the comments, what you said it when my phone battery went. I was gonna say it right, because I usually always remember when people tell me their real name. So Rika, thank you for Blage, thank you for clarifying. Rika, apologies for getting your name wrong now on. I'll think of you as Rika. And Bremon772 says, is it a plant or is it a hat? This is an elaborate hat. I've put the hat on just for the stream. What do you reckon, everybody? Is it me? Tracy Roberts says, hi, what's up to you, Tracy? Nice to see you in the chat this evening. Oh. And I'm catching up. I'm out of the loop. Blage says, that was a troll name, Edward. Oh, no. Scroll up, please, I beg, Huntsman says. Huntsman says, oh, Ashton Yuvaraj. Oh, Ashton. I don't get the joke, chat. I'm being slow, but I don't get the. Oh no! Right, Nick. Thank you, Blage. I see what Nick did there, Nick. Not cool. Thanks for that, Blage. I was too slow for that one. Far too slow. So, guys, if you're joining, we're actually wrapping this up in a few minutes because we've been streaming an hour and a half. It's been super fun, and we're going to be back tomorrow at 8 PM UK time. So if you're out there, if you're watching, if you like positive vibes and hanging out, this is the place for you. So we're going to be back tomorrow at 8 PM. If you haven't hit subscribe, you know what to do. Tap the subscribe button. You're going to get a notification. And I guarantee you something. If you're watching for the first time, if you jump in the chat and just say hi, you'll be welcomed by the mods. You'll be welcomed by the chat. And you'll be made to feel very welcome indeed. Peter Lustig is here again. What's up? What's up, Peter Lustig? Good to see you again. Mr. Dexter says, great hair. Thank you very much, Mr. Dexter. I appreciate that. Mr. Dexter says, I got curly hair. Well, I've got super straight hair and you've got the curly hair. So we've got pieces covered between us. And you know what? I'm caught up with the chat. Just like that, I'm caught up with the comments. And Chris says, Edward, what is emo to you? Or guys, what do you think it is? Emo is like, I can picture what emo is. I can picture what it is. Can I articulate what it is? Probably not right now, Chris. I'm not gonna lie to you. My brain's not able to do that for us right now. And Blage says, isn't it like 5 a.m. over in Japan? Good question. I actually don't know. With the boy X says, may I ask for mod tomorrow? If not, that's fine. With the boy, what I would say, and Huntsman is probably typing a response to this right now. I would love to get you on as a mod on another occasion. At the moment, we've got crazy amounts of mods. I actually need to take some people off mod duty because we've had so many mods, which is lovely and it's really, really nice. The problem we have is like sometimes there's a stream and there's like 8 or 10 mods, and there might be like 12 or 15 people on the stream. So with the boy X, what I'll say to you is not next. If that's not tomorrow, that's okay. Definitely come back on the stream and we will rotate you on soon. That is my promise to you. Hunter says, bye guys. Astronomer Huntsman, that's my new nickname now. Bye guys. Have a nice day/night. Also, not to mention, I'm a good mod. Please stop saying I'm a dictator. Stinky farter anyway. Bye. Huntsman, don't even trip about Stinky farter. He's mad one. Huntsman, Astronomer Huntsman, always great to have you in the chat. Your moderation has been much appreciated, sir, and we will see you on the next stream. And I think, guys, with Moderate Huntsman out, I think that's a good time to wrap things up. My voice is getting my throat is getting hoarse, as you can hear. So I'm going to do some quick shout outs. I'm going to wrap this up. Rika, shout out to you. Lovely to see you, and I hope you get your sleep fixed soon because I know you're struggling. So yeah, shout out to Rika. Lovely to see you on the stream. Chris Riley, of course, a big W to you. Shout out to you. Jacob, shout out to you. Elijah, shout out to you as well. I'm trying to work out what Bladge's comment is a response to, saying I'm here. That's why I'm here as well. But we will check back then. We'll check back in. We'll circle back round that fun chat. You know what, guys? I'm talking nonsense at this point. We're going to wrap this stream up. Huge love to you. I appreciate you being here with me so much, everybody. Blage, shout out to you, man. Jacob, shout out to you. Astronomer Huntsman, shout out to you. Chris O'Reilly, shout out to you. With the Boy X, shout out to Rika if you're still watching. Shout out to yourself. And shout out to anybody I've not mentioned. You've made the stream a lot of fun. We're back tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK time, and I look forward to hanging out with you guys there. If you wanted to do one more favour, well, no, don't do me a favour, but if you haven't liked me already, that'd be super cool. But if not, I will see you tomorrow, guys, and I look forward to it. Bye, Blage. Good night to you. Have a good night's sleep, and see you all soon, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. UK time. Love. See you then.